Hello, 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 everyone. This is His Autistic Knight, and welcome back to StarCraft. When last we left off, we finished the last level of Episode 1, the Terran campaign, albeit with using an invincibility cheat code during the very end. It was very frustrating. I'm sure there's professionals who could have done much better, but I'm not one of them, so there you have it. Story-wise, that means Jim, the commander that you've been playing as, and their guys have cut ties with Manx, who has made his new Terran, new human empire called the Dominion. They don't say that at the end of the campaign, like not in the end credits or anything like that, but that's what they're replacing the Confederacy with, the Dominion. So that's 1 down, 2 to go with the original StarCraft. Now to Episode 2, the Zerg. The swarms have crushed the meager human resistance and laid waste to 9 of the 13 Terran worlds. Shortly after the fall of the Terran capital world of Tarsonis, the main Protoss fleet abandoned the Terran sector. Now efforts continue on Tarsonis to weed out the remaining Protoss forces. Okay, I didn't read it as quickly as I normally do. But there's no telling.
Awaken, my child, and embrace the glory that is your birthright. Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the Swarm, and that you have been created to serve me. Behold that I shall set you amongst the greatest of my celebrates, that you might benefit from their wisdom and experience. Yet your purpose is unique. While they carry forth my will to the innumerable broods, you have but one charge entrusted to your care. For I have found a creature that may yet become the greatest of my agents. Even now, it resides within a protective chrysalis, awaiting its rebirth into the swarm. You must watch over the chrysalis and ensure that no harm comes to the creature within it. Go now and keep safe my prize.
All Zerg buildings except the hatchery and must be constructed on creep. Creep can be created by building a hatchery or a creep colony.
The hatchery is the heart of any zerg colony. It spontaneously generates larvae, which in turn are used to spawn your various warriors and minions. Now, create a drone and start gathering resources.
So, drones are kind of the Zerg equivalent of SCVs. Kind of. They're very different in certain ways.
Overlords provide control for your minions. As your forces grow in number, you must hatch more overlords to control them. You have enough minerals. Select a larva and mutate it into an overlord. create new warrior strains, you must generate the various hive structures. The drones themselves mutate into these structures. Yet be careful. Never use your last drone to make a building.
Let's see. Mission objectives: spawning pool and hydralisk den.
We require more minerals.
Ah. Yeah, I guess I should get going and start collecting minerals. So all this purple stuff, the creep, is what you need. Is what you need to have covering the ground in order to build your bases, your forces.
Now, order your drone to become a spawning pool. You'll notice that structures can only implant themselves upon the creep.
Yeah, like I said.
You can make creep colonies to extend the creep, but only a hatchery can be built upon open ground.
So the hatchery is more or less the command base. And yeah, this is used to spread the creep. In the second StarCraft game, there's a easier way to produce creep, but we're a long ways away from that. Double check. Hydralisk den. Ah, I see. So these drones that are kind of the SCVs for the zerg can also mutate into the zerg structures. As far as doing something different from how it's done with the need Vespene gas. Didn't have it. Now you tell me. Anyway, as far as oh, come on.
I'm a cerebrate of the Overmind. I have located a small band of Terrans who could threaten the Chrysalis and the Hive Cluster. You must not allow them to leave here alive.
One thing at a time, mate. Excuse me, need to scratch an itch on my throat. Yeah, the annoying thing, well, maybe annoying's not the right word, but it has a downside that's when, by having a drone, you know, turn into any structure, that means you lost one of your guys that you can use to collect minerals. So the one that I told him mutate into a zerg extractor, basically the zerg equivalent of a refinery, I can't use him to collect Vespene gas. How dare you? And with that, I can make hydralisks. Truth be told, I always thought hydralisks looked really silly. Like, when you know what they really look like outside of like how they look in pictures and cutscenes and such. You know, there are these really intimidating creatures, but here I always thought they looked like chickens, like rotisserie chickens. They make me hungry for chicken more than they look like they're these deadly these killing monsters. Now I don't know if this this will be enough to destroy the encampment, but there's only one way to find out. Optimistically, I should be fine since it's just it's just the first level. But Lord knows I've been wrong before. I've been wrong many times in life. Why stop now? Oh, they've got raids? I gravely underestimated the kind of forces I'm dealing with on the first level. They're not going to be holding my hand as much as I expected them to in the beginning of of the Terran campaign. We're sorry, we're sorry, we're sorry! You know, one particular disadvantage you have with the Zerg, and also the Protoss, is that you can't heal your structures. You know, with the Terrans, your SCV can repair your barracks and bunkers and turrets and the like if they're damaged. But everything here is alive and so there is no repairing. All right, let's try this again. Taking advantage that if the enemy attacks, at least I'll have some Zerg protecting the hive. Well, I guess this explains where the guys that were attacking me earlier came from. Dang it! I feel I should hurry. They might have an SCV on its way to repair that barrack. Repair that barrack. They did. Ah.
Our forces are under attack.
Ah. Yeah, these guys aren't gonna make it. But at least they lost that barrack. What you thinking there, buddy? Out for an evening stroll?
Forces are under attack.
No, not you, Overlord. Yeah, what the heck, I'll just... I could get rid of the guys that are stationed here.
Forces are under attack.
Our forces are already dead, buddy. Yeah, at this point I'm considering just nothing but Hydralisks. Whoa! Excuse you, homie the clown. Not you, Overlord. Yeah, the Overlords are probably the most annoying thing when it comes to the Zerg. Well, commanding them, because again, they're basically your supply depots. You know, the more of these guys you got, the more units you can have. Excuse me. So when it's all said and done, it's annoying that these creatures that are basically your supply depots can go floating around and get themselves into harm's way. Also, here's another thing that I like about StarCraft 2 better than StarCraft and StarCraft Brood Wars. When selecting the larva to build units and drones and structures, you don't have to select you don't have to click on a lot of them themselves. You can just click on the hatchery, and they'll like, and the amount of larvae that's there at that very moment will appear, and you can basically select which ones do you want to be zerglings or hydralisks, overlords, drones turning into hatcheries and spawning pools. You get the idea. Alright. This time I'm gonna attack from the right again. See, that's why I've been building up hydralisks instead of zerglings. They have ranged attacks that can hit both ground and air units. They can shoot at a distance. So basically just like the Marines. How many Goliaths did these Terrans make? Ah. We definitely have to have a factory around, otherwise there's no, because that's the only way they would have those all those Goliaths. I think so. Why do I not see a factory? Could it be over here? Maybe. I mean, there's only one way to find out, but first things first. Let's destroy some supply depots, so they won't be able to build very many. And yeah, between kind of looking like chicken and the fact that they're shooting acid, making a, squirting sound, it's like there's these large chickens shooting chicken juice at the enemy. Green chicken juice. Oh, I guess they didn't have a factory. The Goliaths were just there. Okay. So, I did lose a lot of units, which is kind of sort of okay. The thing about the Zerg, I mean, there's more to them than what I'm about to say, as we'll learn later on, mostly from StarCraft 2, but broadly speaking, they're basically a whole collection of mindless savage beasts. And some of them, in the second game in particular, are there just to die and take the enemy with you, so not exactly units you want to be emotionally attached to in the same way that you don't want your Marines or the guys that are driving your siege tanks and Goliaths to get killed. But I digress. That's one mission down and 9 more to go with the Zerg campaign. Thank you so much for watching. The Lord be with you all, and have a great day.